In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the general purpose input-output pins on the M5 stack dial. And you can see the pins, they're available on this connector here. It's a 4-way Grove style connector, just plugs in and out. And I've got that connected to a couple of relays. And I'm using both I/O lines just for demonstration. You could just use one for this project and a single relay, but I bought this little dual relay board on Amazon, so I'm using both of them. I've got 24 volts coming in here. I'm switching both lines to the solenoid here. Now the GPIO lines are A1 and A2, or GPIO1 and GPIO2. The bezel switch is on GPIO5, also known as B10. And let me show you how the program works. So here's our program. I've got a display, a bitmap drawer, and a PWM component. I've got a switch which is connected to B10, GPIO5, and I've got two LEDs on the panel so I can simulate the program, and they're connected to A1 and A2, or GPIO1, GPIO2. In the program, I initialize the display, enable the backlight and set the duty cycle, set the color to white, and then I'm printing I/O test across the middle of the display. Then I've got a loop, which is an endless loop, and what we're doing is we're taking the value of the bezel switch and we're putting it into a variable called switch, and then we're sending that to A1 and A2, waiting 10 milliseconds and then going around the loop. In other words, when the switch is pressed, the outputs are on. Let me just simulate that for you. So when I press the switch, the LEDs, which represent the outputs, are going on. When I release the switch, they're going off. On and off. So that program is quite simple. I'll just stop that. And if I plug the power into the M5 stack dial, then you can see how that works. And there's something a little surprising here. The switch we've programmed as active high, but actually it's active low. So when we press it, the relays go off. So there the solenoid's on, the switch is pressed, release it, the solenoid goes off. On and off. So the switch is pulling the input down to 0 rather than pushing it up to 3.3 volts. And we can allow for that in the software. If you look at the properties, we can say it's active low rather than active high. Okay, that explains how you can use the I/O.